right, y'all, it's Falcons Daily here on a Tuesday. Maybe it's Taco Tuesday where you are. I am CG, Craig Green, your host. If you want to give me a follow on social media, you can follow me at Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G, and the word sports. FanArch, who powers Falcons Daily, is at FanArch Co. Their logo is right there in the top left corner. FANARCHCO is where you can find them on social media. Falcons made a move at wide receiver, y'all. They brought in KJ Osborne, and he is signed to the 16-man practice squad. That was done on Monday. So he will take that final spot. I fully expect to see KJ Osborne elevated to the 53-man roster coming up this Sunday against the New York Jets. I would not be surprised to see him elevated there. KJ is a player who was drafted by the Vikings, fifth-round draft pick in 2020. So he's got rapport with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was his quarterback for the first few years of his career, from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Of course, Kirk Cousins got hurt in 2023, only played 8 games. But KJ's best season in the pros, his best seasons in the pros, that is, came with Kirk Cousins as his quarterback. At least 12 of the touchdowns he caught of the 15 came from Kirko between 2021 and 2023. He's got 16 in his career total. He didn't score. He only scored 1 last year for the Patriots as a member of New England. He was also on Washington for a short period. Only played 1 game for them, but I like the signing. It gives Kirk Cousins another guy out there. 5'11", 203, so I think he can play inside or outside. Wherever, and this also is another indicator that possibly Drake London may need longer to recover than initially thought. So, again, if Drake doesn't practice tomorrow, if he doesn't practice Thursday, I would say keep your eyes on KJ Osborne to be a standard elevation, and maybe they don't elevate Dylan Drummond. They may actually, because remember, Dylan Drummond has been elevated 3 times now. The next elevation, they would have to sign him to the 53-man roster. They can keep Drummond on the practice squad, elevate KJ, and it doesn't cost them anything extra. So I think, honestly, that could be the move. He was, he's 5'11", 203 pounds. He played not only at the University of Buffalo, but also started at Miami. He's from Ypsilanti, Michigan, and went to school at the IMG Academy in Florida. So, talented guy, and we need the help at wide receiver. So it is all in the good to me. One thing that is factual, it's factual, not saying it's going to happen, but it's factual, y'all. We are still in the race for the NFC South Championship. We're only 2 games back, especially after what happened last night with the Carolina Panthers. Panthers fall on the road to the 49ers, so they fall down to 6-6. We are 4-7. So that puts us a game and a half behind Carolina because they only have 1 more loss than we do, but 2 more wins. We are exactly 2 games back of Tampa Bay. They lost to the Rams on Sunday Night Football, so they're 6-5. We're 4-7. 2 games left. 6 games left. And one of those 6 games is against Tampa Bay. So we could split the season series with them if we can get a win on Thursday Night Football in Tampa. But here's the remaining schedule after the Saints win. This is our next 5 games here. And then in Week 18, we have the Saints at home in Atlanta. So, right now, looking at the schedule, at a minimum, we've got, I would say, at a minimum, 3 more wins. The Jets, I feel like we can beat the Cardinals. We can absolutely beat the Saints. The Buccaneers game is totally a toss-up to me, but I think the season comes down to these next 3-ish weeks. We have got to find a way to win. We've got to find a way to win, really. The Rams are about to take on the Panthers, and then also the Cardinals will play the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay this weekend coming up. So that's where things kind of stand. I mean, it could happen. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your butt and tell you that we are going to win the NFC South, but it absolutely can happen. It's mathematically possible. And after the performance we saw against the Saints on Sunday, if we continue to see performances like that, then it's really going to become more of a real possibility. But mathematically, it's a thing. Emotionally, it could be a thing. Reality-wise, I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Also, Falcons, if you hadn't noticed, we're climbing up the charts in the sack ranks right now. In the last 4 games, you see it right there in front of you. We have 23 sacks in the last 4 ball games. That is just under 6 sacks a game. And that right now, in that last 4-game stretch, in the last month, we lead the NFL in sacks. Overall, something that is surprising to me because I'm just not used to seeing us in that category. We are 3rd in sacks in the NFL overall, y'all. Third. We are 3rd in the NFL at rushing the quarterback. Right now, the Broncos have 49. The Browns have 42. We have 39 sacks. We are 3rd in the NFL. We have more than Seahawks. We have more than the Steelers. More than the Rams, So we're doing something right when it comes to the pass rush. We just need to continue to build on it. Get some coverage sacks, hopefully force some fumbles out of these sacks. But yeah, right now we're doing an awesome job getting to the quarterback. Again, we had 5 sacks on Tyler Shuck on Sunday, and a lot of them were big, impactful sacks. We were getting to the quarterback even during our losing streak. Against Carolina, we got to the quarterback. Against Drake May, we got to the quarterback. But it just didn't amount out to wins. This time it did. So we'll have to continue the same recipe this Sunday against the Jets, whether it's Tyrod Taylor or it ends up being Justin Fields one more time. And last topic for today, Kyle Pitts. We talked about yesterday how we need help at tight end, and I still feel like we do need help at tight end, and Jordan Akins would be my guy right now. But how likely is it that he comes back to the Falcons next year? Honestly, in terms of yards per reception, this is his absolute worst year. He's already surpassed his catch total from last season, so that's a good thing. But it feels like he's left a lot out there on the field this year. Just some poor concentration, dropping passes. And it's, I won't say it's cost us games or anything like that, but it's definitely cost us some big yardage and things like that. So just, from a numbers perspective, it's showing it's one of his better years. In a way, he's got 23 first downs. He's got more catches than he did in 2024 and obviously 2022 when he got hurt. He is averaging more yards per game, the most yards per game he did since he was a rookie. Those are all good. Those are all good numbers. But the problem is, again, way too much left on the bone. And then on top of that, do you want to pay Kyle Pitts the franchise tag? You know what I mean? Like, do you want to give him that kind of money to where you would have to pay him the average of the top of his position? You know what I'm saying? Because right now, he's on a $32.9 million rookie contract, and he's got no more guaranteed money left. The Falcons, if they decided to cut Kyle Pitts, would save $10 million in salary cap space if they decided to cut him, according to overthecap.com. But again, so he's got, his salary right now is guaranteed. They picked up his 5th-year option, so he's playing on that. Will we re-sign him? Who knows? I mean, only way I see Kyle Pitts coming back is if he takes a sweetheart deal and comes back for less than the market value, because I don't see a world where he's going to make buku dollars. I mean, the number one thing I don't want to see happen is him walk off in free agency to anywhere else, especially like a Philadelphia, who could probably use a tight end after Dallas Goedert's been banged up, and then he turns into a superstar somewhere else. All right, y'all, we're going to call it good for today. Everybody, thanks again for tuning in, hitting like and subscribe. Make sure your notifications are on. That way when Falcons Daily goes live, you know about it first. We will see y'all on Wednesday. Sayonara and buenos noches.